And we are back! Yay! We are back to Freddy Pharkas, brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Yay! Only have crotch gun!
Now turn around, Silver Ear. I think I'd rather shoot you in the back, so I don't have to see that ugly face of yours.
Oh dear! There we go. Yeehaw! Alright. You gotta do some trick shooting to win here. I wins! I wins!
Oh, wait.
Whoa.
He did it. What a manly man.
How come we never saw you before?
Gambler in the corner pocket.
Yeehaw! I could have done that if I'd wanted to. I just didn't feel like it.
That's not
all.
Larry's ancestor?
Now, when the townsfolk caught wind of how Aces had been cheating, the sheriff had no choice but to arrest him and return all the deeds. But wouldn't you know, no sooner had one brouhaha died down than another flared up.
You're kidding, right? Oh, man. How about that? We kicked some butt. Alright. I don't think we better go out there. It's not safe to roam the streets. And I can prove it. I can prove that it is more dangerous than a bucket of dangerous things. And I'd like to prove it without getting myself killed. Hey, you buddy.
Don't go out on the street now, Salvatore. There's a lot of shooting and nastiness going on out there.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the warning, stranger. Much obliged.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. Here, you want these?
Score!
You hand Salvatore your French postcards.
Naughty postcards.
Your customers may not be able to read, Salvatore, but I bet they would enjoy looking at pictures.
Oh, no, they're not interested in...
Wait a minute.
I bet they'd be interested.
What the hell are those girls doing?
I'm not sure, but I don't think it's legal on this side of the Sierra Nevada.
Well, no. Your exceptional generosity's got to be reciprocated.
Could I be interested in you in a free shave?
How many games am I going to play here lately with naughty postcards in them?
Then how about a free wisdom tooth extraction?
Oh, no. Mine are already out. Had them pulled in the dental department while I was in college. Needed the extra money for tuition.
Okay, well then, let me see. What I got in here that'll be a suitable swap?
Hi, there we go. Take this bottle of that newfangled nitrous oxide I got off the Fars Welgo wagon last week.
Fars Welgo?
None of these guys around here wants to be the first man too sissy to stand up to my forceps for a little old tooth pulling.
Why, thank you, Salvatore. Perhaps I can use this in some of my experiments.
Alrighty. Now, let's head out of here. Because we can't go down the main street, as I may or may not have mentioned. Because we'll get shot full of shotness. Shot full of shooty bacon. Alright, now we're going up. Told you coming up here would be significant by the end of the game.
Rowdy cowhands from that cattle drive outside of town who are carelessly firing their guns everywhere and frightening, not to mention killing, the locals.
Shame on them.
They shout, "Let's stampede the women and rape the cattle."
Ew.
Luckily, the rowdy cowboys don't notice you from down below.
Alright. Let's get our little bottle of NO2 here. Go to some science. Nitrogen NO2. No, except it's nitrous oxide is NO2. Sorry. Alright, let's save again just to be safe. marketer. Alright, it should, I repeat, should be safe to return to the street from... Park it! Damn it! Scald frag target freeze! I'll get it one of these days. There we go. Anyway, should be safe to return to the street from here. Bulbous bouffant blubber macadamia gazebo. Ooh, look what's prominently displayed on the upper right corner of the screen. Let's shoot it.
You take careful aim with your pistol and slowly squeeze off a shot. You did it.
Bang.
You shot off the canister's valve.
Good for me!
Yipperoonie, Freddy done made them cowhands laugh themselves to death with a well-placed bullet.
With one little
Of course,
can
he
of...
didn't get much time
stuff.
to celebrate. The sheriff and the banker and their unknown employer had figured that the mysterious silver-eared stranger might be just a little too much for them amateur rowdies to handle. So they'd called in some big guns from down south, just as backup, don't you know.
Wait, why did they call him in? It's not like I did anything that significant before today. Oh, wait, never mind. I canceled all their other plans. I destroyed all their other plans. But they knew that was Freddy. This is mysterious silver-eared stranger. Oh, well. Let's head on back out. Uh-oh. I'm confronted. Confronted, I tell you! Why are we just waiting for him to walk up all slow and dramatic? Why are we getting Earthbound-ish music?
Hey, knock off the sound effects already!
There we go.
What's that rotten smell?
I don't know.
Oh, no. It can't be.
Uh-oh.
You recognize that smell from your old days as a lawman.
Do I?
More dangerous than Jesse James.
Okay.
Meaner than Johnny Ringo.
But is he a better
Deadlier than
drummer
William Money. More fun at cocktail parties than Rooster Cogburn.
Oh, God.
It's the legendary Lever Brothers.
Yep, it's us, handsome silver-eared stranger.
Hey, the narrator said it, not
we're
me.
here to put you 6 feet under.
Oh, I don't watch that.
What? Your fervent prayer is that your few minutes of target practice with Srini will be sufficient preparation for odds like this.
I'm dead. Let's do it easy. None of these are... Hey, I got all of them.
With his refurbished shooting skills, Freddy was able to blast the Lever Brothers to smithereens. Now, with those varmints out of the way, Freddy figured that was the end of the story.
If I'd
That
saved-
somehow the Lever Brothers was responsible for everything that had been going on in town.
If I'd
But
saved
Freddy
before, I would have
was
done a medium.
wrong. The Lever Brothers had been hired for the task of getting rid of Freddy by whomever had hired the cowhands.
No!
And whomever was in cahoots with Sheriff Shift and PH Balance.
Well,
And no
technically-
sooner had Freddy's guns stopped smoking than he heard a familiar twang and a few chords of someone's theme music.
What was that? Could it be? No. What would he be doing way out here in the middle of nowhere? You haven't heard that chord in years, and yet here it is again. Strangely recognizable after all this time. In your heart, you know it must be him.
Please be the Lone Ranger.
Yet.
Please be the Lone Ranger. Please be the Lone Ranger.
How did he find you? Will he be fooled by your disguise? Does he still eat paste?
I want you out of town by sundown. Well, sure, stranger. I'll be riding out of town well before sundown, leaving your sorry carcass for the buzzards to pick apart.
Will not.
Will too.
Not.
Two.
N.
E.
N-E.
I refuse to play this juvenile word game with you.
I refuse to play this juvenile word game with you.
What are you doing now? Repeating everything I say?
No wonder he's Kenny the Kid.
What are you doing now? Repeating everything I say?
So that's why they call you Kenny the Kid.
You stole the joke.
Because you are nothing but an immature little child, an anal retentive case of arrested development, with an unresolved Oedipal complex and probably codependent to boot. You were a punk when I faced you back in St. Louis, and you're still a punk. Say your prayers, outlaw.
Yeah, but he blew your...
Say your prayers, outlaw.
Just shoot him while he's mocking you.
Cut that out.
St. Louis? I didn't know anybody with a silver ear in St. Louis, yet somehow you seem vaguely familiar.
Maybe we'll have time to compare yearbook photos. In hell!
Kenny looks down at you with pure, undisguised malice and disgust.
Well, Mr. Big Shot Gunslinger, looks to me like your bark was worse than your bite. Wait till I tell the boss how easy I whooped your butt, you sorry excuse for a hero. Now die here in the dirt like the puny little pig you are. See you in hell, pal.
And as the blood runs from your body, so do your hopes of saving coarse gold and achieving legendary Western hero status.
Well, you gots to admit the feller died trying to defend his town. Now, we all had to leave town or get shot up anyways, so it's not as if Freddy done any real good, but it were still exciting to have him around for a while. I guess that story didn't end so good. Let me see. Have I told you the one about the traveling band uniform salesman and the librarian? Well, it seems there was this trouble in River City, and they had this pool table, and...
Development with an
Say your prayers, outlaw.
Now, cut that out.
St. Louis? I didn't know anybody with a...
Maybe we'll have time.
Well, you may have knocked the gun out of my hand, hero, but you couldn't stop me from hitting you anyway. Sorry I got a mite sloppy when I pierced your ear. Looks like you'll bleed to death in a few seconds. Guess now I can tell Penelope that you won't be interfering with her plans anymore.
Penelope?
What did he say? Your head's swimming, but you're sure he said Penelope. Could it be her? Could she be the cause of all this?
Score!
You weakly pull the neckerchief from around your neck. You place your lucky neckerchief on your ear and press on it to staunch the flow of blood. With your last remaining ounce of strength, you pull yourself up and stumble off towards the schoolhouse to see Penelope.
Yar.
Penelope. Penelope the sweet. Penelope my beloved. Penelope the traitor.
Yep. You know what? This is a pretty darn good
Freddy
place to
dragged
stop.
his bleeding self over to the schoolhouse. The anger and hurt was just ripping at his gut like a swarm of botflies on roadkill. Only worse, 'cause Freddy, unlike roadkill, was still alive. The schoolhouse door was unlocked for once, and Freddy walked right on in.
Uh-oh, that can't be safe.